What's going on, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here. It's time to review Supergirl Season 1 Episode 16 titled Falling. This is a spoiler review. Make sure you have seen the episode. It should take me less than 2 minutes to recap the episode, give you the pros, cons, and final score. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget I review other TV shows, Gotham, Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, and I review movies weekly. Just did a non-spoiler and spoiler review for 10 Cloverfield Lane. Let's get right to this, guys. Supergirl, a fantastic episode tonight. Really enjoyed it. Melissa Benoist definitely showed her acting range and how much she could stretch her character out. This girl has played Kara pretending to be like Hank pretending to be Kara, and obviously Melissa Benoist has to play like she's Hank inhabiting Kara, and then now she has to play an evil Supergirl, and then the good Supergirl. Like, so much acting range in her, man. I really do enjoy her character, and I love the actress herself, man. She's beautiful, she's fantastic. Great pick for Supergirl, man. Anyway, Kat is on The View, and I gotta be honest, this is horribly edited. Literally, they're talking to her, and it's almost like she's not even there, but she is there. I think at most times they filmed her with them, but it was just so bad the way like the girl's talking to her, and they show the full like everyone there together, like an outshot, and literally she's like the girl's talking to her, and Kat's looking like this, like she's looking over here, and I'm like, well, the person over here is talking to you. You're just kind of like, yeah, and responding like in the air, like. It just felt so off. Like when they change different camera views and you see Kat, she has a different expression, or she's looking this way. It was just horribly edited. So anyway, Kat is on The View. When and Siobhan are having sex, and Kara's like, ew, I can't see that. And I'm thinking, like, has Kara not had sex yet or something? I mean, she's like, ew, gross. I mean, it's natural to have sex, but I mean, I guess she's just, because it's her friend and everything. But I was like, dude, it was hard. I was like, when getting some, dude, ooh, we got some of that Siobhan up in there, man. In the closet, too. That's a few extra points there, Wen. Very nice. Anyway, she is in contact with red kryptonite while going to this burning building. She ends up fighting this other alien called the Kahund, and she ends up letting the Kahund go. She's like, because the red kryptonite is changing her behavior, and she's like, get out of here, don't make me see you again, you're not worth it. And the guy just runs away, the alien. She changes her dress when she goes to work. She has more of an adult look to her. She puts Hank on blast, dude. She literally goes to Hank and she's like, you're the last of your people, and you're afraid to even show it. Like, she literally puts him on blast, and Hank's like, yeah. Basically like that, dude. I thought he was going to be like, God damn it, Kara, something's up with you. But, he's basically just, he takes it, man. Hank's holding in all that anger. So, Siobhan is fired because Kara gets her fired. She was going to end up leaking the story that Supergirl's all bad and everything, because they did have footage of Supergirl letting the alien go. But anyway, when James and Kara go to this dance party, and she basically tries to hit on James, dude. She's like, oh, that Lucy girl, blah, 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 oh. And then she's like, I finally got what I want, be a more. And, like, she's, like, trying to kiss him, and James, what are you doing, dude? Go at it. What are you doing? Go, bro. I mean, I don't see why not. Like, James is like, damn, why are you talking about Lucy like that? And then she ends up, like, hurting him in the arm and all that. And I'm thinking, like, you like her, dude. I know you like her inside. Get with her. Gosh. But she ends up scaring Kat. She throws her off this building. Supergirl throws Kat Grant off the building. She ends up catching her. I literally, for a second, thought Kat was going to die. I was like, oh shit, like it was so close to the ground, dude. So Kat Grant ends up making this video, and people start despising Supergirl. She tells Alex that she is jealous, and basically makes Alex feel very low. And low at the food chain, man, Supergirl has a new costume. It's all black and it has a logo. And she's like, "You're jealous of me. You can't fly. You don't have like super heat vision. You don't have this. You don't have that. You're not strong. You're weak. And we're not even sisters. We're not even blood related." You know, that sort of thing. And Alex sort of cried like, "Oh, you're gonna cry." And she basically flies off. I felt bad for Alex, dude. She needs a hug. Just let me take on me, aha, and just go through the TV and bring her into the world. And I go into her world, drawing world. That'd be pretty fun, man. But I felt so bad for Alex, dude. Like, literally, last week they were hugging, and I'm like, "You killed my Aunt Astra. I forgive you." And now she's like, "Ugh, you're not my sister." So Alex gets a lot of crap on her, dude. A lot. She's always crying all the time. Not as bad as Felicity, though, because Alex is actually cute. So anyway, where are we looking at? So we find out who made the red kryptonite. It was Maxwell Lord. Obviously, he's like, "I made the red kryptonite, but it wasn't for Supergirl. It was for Non and his other Kryptonians." So anyway, Supergirl ends up attacking a bunch of people, and there's this big old fight. Hank has to reveal himself as Martian Manhunter and basically fight Supergirl. He ends up defeating Supergirl, and they end up like shooting her with the antidote, and basically she's back to herself. But Hank is arrested. He could have ran and hid, but he ended up getting arrested. They end up, they save her obviously, and she apologizes afterwards. James needs some time alone. He basically ends up leaving, and he's going to need some time alone. Kat accepts Supergirl's apology and basically says, "We could get people to like you again. It's not impossible." What did I think about this episode overall, guys? First off, I gotta say Supergirl, and I told you Melissa Benoist, her acting range, man, was fantastic this episode. I love bad Supergirl, man, I really do. The effects in here, the practical and CGI effects were all nice, man. I enjoyed it as well. And the Martian Manhunter versus Supergirl fight. How awesome is that, dude? That was a really well done fight. Hank Henshaw, dude, the sacrifice he made turning into Martian Manhunter in front of all the DEO agents, his worst fears, he finally overcame that. Now he's a prisoner, but I feel like something Supergirl will do a deal or something, or Hank's not a bad guy, he wouldn't turn his back on the world. He's been saving it for years. But the whole thing is he's not Hank Henshaw. He killed Hank Henshaw sort of deal. And also Wen, dude. Wen was really funny this episode at the club and with Siobhan. I'm kind of sad to see Siobhan go, but I feel like she's going to be around, obviously, for the next few weeks or the remaining of season 1. Maxwell Lord. I don't like that Maxwell Lord made the red kryptonite sort of thing. Like, I made it, of course, Maxwell Lord. But I did love the way that he acted, and he almost felt like he was sorry, and that, like, when he was like, "Hey, be careful, Alex. I mean it." Like, you actually felt like he actually meant it, like, from his heart. The action, like I said, the choreography, and also Melissa Benoist is sexy. Very sexy. All the clothes she wore. Even the nerdy clothes. She was always looking good, man. Her hair is so, what do kids call it today? On fleek. Or it's lit. Like, her hair was literally, yes indeed. Yes indeed. Amazing, beautiful. Whoever is her boyfriend or whoever is married to her, I hope you die. So, the only cons left about this episode, man, honestly, the whole View thing, that was stupid, and of course Sharon, Ozzy Osbourne's wife Sharon, and a few other people there, but it was just so horribly edited, that episode, like the whole View, the skit, that was so dumb. Also, of course, Maxwell did it, that sort of like, of course Maxwell did it. That everyone just despises her. That's one thing I really don't like, because now everything, it almost had a Spider-Man 2. This episode felt like Spider-Man 3, actually, when, he gets part of the black symbiote and everything, and he's like, raindrops keep falling on my head, and he's all dancing on the street. That was another scene. But when, Peter Parker, he's like all like badass and he's goth and everything. That's kind of what this episode felt like in a sort of way, like, oh my god, he can't be Spider-Man anymore. I think that was Spider-Man 2 where he throws the suit in the garbage can and it has a symbol sort of thing. That's what, because the girl put her Supergirl costume in, and I was like, oh, that's so Spider-Man 2-ish, So it kind of felt a little cliche, the way, like, everyone despises her now, like, not one citizen's like, no, I'm still with her, man, I'm still with her. let's give her time to actually, like, calm down. But, whatever, that happens. But literally, are you telling me everyone in the city despises her? Every single person? Really? The firefighters take down the stuff and all that? Like, an hour later, she turns good? Like, calm down? Anyway, the directing and editing of The View, I've already said that. And also, James Olsen. I'm tired of James. Like, literally, you're gonna go take a break. You're gonna be like, I need some time off. Lucy wasn't good for you, dude. She wasn't. I don't know why he's so blind, man. Anyway, I'm going to end up giving this episode an A-, secondarily a solid B. I thought it was a great episode, man. It had a lot of great action moments in here. Supergirl was awesome. The acting in here, Martian Manhunter versus Supergirl, a lot of awesome things to see, as well as some bad things. The View and, Maxwell Lord, of course, they did some cliched stuff going on. Other than that, A-, secondarily a solid B. Thanks again. Comment down below. Tell me your favorite parts about the episode. And want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. Really would appreciate that. Until next time, bye-bye.